Taoiseach Leo Varadkar, Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, members of Congress, First Minister, Deputy First Minister, esteemed friends and colleagues. It is an honour and a privilege to be back among friends here in Washington DC today. And thank you, Mr. Speaker, for continuing the tradition of hosting this lunch today. We are very appreciative. I believe that Ireland is perhaps the only country in the world that can get away with turning our national holiday into an international week of events, or in some places a whole month. We're also unique in having a national holiday where the head of government and all the senior ministers leave the country to celebrate it around the world with our diaspora and our friends and our allies. St. Patrick's Day is more than our national holiday. It is an international moment. It's when we get to share our story with the world, a story of faith in the future, no matter what the obstacles, hope in our ability to work together for the greater good, and of charity towards those who are experiencing suffering. As the President acknowledged, since we last gathered here last year, the institutions of the Good Friday Agreement have returned, and it's hugely significant that we're joined here today by the First Minister and the Deputy First Minister, Michelle O'Neill and Emma Little-Pengelly, two women from different political traditions who are showing what can be achieved working together, holding jointly a co-equal office as heads of government of Northern Ireland. It is so good to have both of you here today. And it's really good to see colleagues here as well. Ministers and members of the Northern Ireland Assembly, including the Speaker of the Assembly, Mr. Poots. Also to see members of the House of Commons here too, and members of Dáil Éireann and Oireachtas here too as well. So very much seeing all three strands of the Good Friday Agreement, the totality of relationships, Northern Ireland, North, South and East, West, all represented here today, which makes this a very special moment. And I want on behalf of all of us to thank the United States and members from both sides of the aisle, and indeed beyond politics, for what you've done to help make Ireland and Northern Ireland a place where young people can dream of coming times brighter than their grandparents could ever have dared imagine. So thank you for your role in giving us back our future. We'll forever remember the steadfast work of so many members of Congress, Democrat and Republican, as well as successive administrations over the years who have made this possible. Throughout the entirety of the peace process, the Friends of Ireland caucus have been our resolute friends. And on behalf of the Irish people, thank you for your commitment to Ireland. Our country is so grateful for your friendship, for your leadership, and for your enduring support. So thank you so much. Mr. Speaker, someday soon, we would really like to welcome you to Ireland. So consider this the official invitation. We'd love to show you around. And of course, last year we had the pleasure of showing President Biden around the country. Although he knows it so well, I don't think he needed a tour guide. But it was a wonderful opportunity for him to reconnect with relatives and friends and also to make new ones. Mr. Speaker, today, as we run into St. Patrick's Day, I'm thinking very much of the prayer of St. Patrick, which was alluded to earlier, as we face the most complicated and difficult circumstances in the world, problems that have no easy answers, which demand that we do our best to repel the forces of darkness, to defend our values, and to shield the innocent. I'm thinking of St. Patrick's prayer today for strength and protection against every cruel and merciless power. When I reflect on the war being waged by Russia against Ukraine, the light of democracy, the rule of international law, and liberty itself are under attack from a relentless adversary who would extinguish them. Ukraine must not fall, and together we need to stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes. I'm also thinking of St. Patrick's prayer today when he prayed for the wisdom to guide us, when I reflect on the catastrophe that's unfolding in the Middle East, the savage attacks of October 7th on Israel, and the terrible violence and loss of human life in Gaza, which has followed and continues, and we very much want that to end. These are global challenges that demand our courage, our empathy, and our action, and we pray for the wisdom of St. Patrick in facing them. Mr. Speaker, over 100 years ago, Ireland and the US established diplomatic relations, the oldest republic welcoming the newest member of the international community. And since then, it's a relationship that has grown on respect, friendship, and shared kinship. So thank you so much for helping us in those 100 years to take our place among the nations of the world. We look forward to working with America for the next 100 years, a second century of friendship and alliance. Laila Pádraig Sonadíobh Galéir, happy St. Patrick's Day, and thank you very much.